course. Lysandra, Maokai already being banned out. Vitality, you are not playing the same composition again. Fnatic will not give you the opportunity. Rise.
Poor Cabochard. What is he gonna do right now? No more access to the Maokai.
We've heard Soaz's thoughts on it. Maybe Cabo. Cabo just as excited, potentially?
No, yeah. He's not a Maokai player. For people that know Cabochard, he likes trading. He's really good in 1v1 scenarios too. So we'll maybe see something more proactive come out. And then maybe we see MightyBear go back to the Rek side that he was locking in earlier yesterday and be the tank force to allow Cabochard to shine in a more damage-oriented matchup, especially with the Echo being off the board.
Karma also taken off. Really just a lot of engage tools taken away and so many power picks left open and available. MightyBear.
And this is a viable strategy here. If you're in a best of 2 and you need to adapt between picks and bans and you don't know quite sure where you lost it, you just ban out 3 comfort picks. You say, you know what, guys, at least show us 3 new different champions. Maybe even steal a 4th away on your rotation. Force the enemy team to adapt. Maybe you can find a weakness.
Of course, Echo, on the opposite side for Vitality, it's not target bans. They feel obligated to take the power off the table.
MightyBear, how good's your Nidalee is Fnatic's asking here.
Does he want the Kindred? We saw him play pretty well with it in Game 2 yesterday. Braum, of course, for YellowStar. May have gotten caught out once or twice, but still a great tool for the team.
Purely on meta, purely on patch, you expect Nidalee Lucian here to be picked up. 2 very strong champions. Remember, this is a flex pick for Vitality.
You never know.
Well, he actually has played it in the top lane.
Yeah, I remember. That was an interesting experience of a game. Moving in though, MightyBear keeping the priority on Kindred for personal comfort there.
They give Spirit Nidalee.
Spirit is a legend on this champion.
Tell us why.
Storied career, Nidalee jungle. His time in the LPL, where World Elite was pretty much a team entirely built around this man who could single-handedly carry games if you gave him champions like Rek'Sai when Rek'Sai was at her prime, or Nidalee when she was at hers. So,
yeah,
terrifying jungler to go up against to give him such a comfort pick.
Yeah, different tune here for Fnatic. They said, you know what, this kind of slower early game, let's go at it again. Kalista Braum allows YellowStar to play aggressive. If he makes some of these over-eager positional mistakes, or moves, or stuff that goes wrong, he can get pulled back by Fate's Call. Looking for an aggressive lane too. Definitely want to get that access to the enemy jungle with the Nidalee. Outpace the Kindred.
I think it's going to be much more explosive from Fnatic this time around. It's something we have to be aware of.
Yeah. Ironically, I would actually like the LeBlanc here, because you can pretty much expect Fnatic to pick it to fit their very early skirmish competition, similar to what Unicorns have loved it here earlier. So going for LeBlanc Bard here would be actually really nice. I would love this rotation for Vitality.
They're thinking about it, really taking their time, letting it count down. Some pretty big implications this one. May not have tanks. That's a lot of great ways to start fights. Waiting, bated breath. We're just so close into it, but it looks like at the end of the day, it will be the Thresh picked up for kaSing. The LeBlanc, though, coming in for Nukeduck. You said it works well on the team comp, but Nukeduck had a very disappointing performance on it yesterday.
Yeah, all jokes aside, it is peculiar that kaSing goes for Thresh over Bard. Trying to be as objective as I can. It does seem like a lot of people really prefer Bard and many other champions over Thresh, across the world. Thresh very low on the totem pole in terms of champion priority. kaSing does play mean Thresh though.
He's very talented on that champion. Kind of his namesake at the start of his career.
Yeah, definitely was.
Repeated nerfs, though, over the years. Will always be an acceptable support, I think, but will never be the jack of all trades, if you will.
I mean, he was at one point when he could Q flash and stuff. Also, when a champion only gets nerfed, he was maybe a tad overtuned. Back in the day with his old kit, you could play Thresh without his ultimate, and he probably would still be the best support out there.
Do you remember when Death Sentence used to have the bonus damage on it, too? Oh.
It's like, what do I max? I guess Q.
I mean, what do you pick? And I guess it's Zed here. I love this matchup.
Yeah.
LeBlanc versus Zed in the mid lane. This could not be a more explosive lane. And now the Gragas coming in as well. Top lane for Gamsu. A lot of mix-ups here on the side of Fnatic.
It's rough to play though, because both these junglers could shift this entire matchup when they enter the fold. Especially Kindred's such an annoying jungler. There was this angry tweet somewhere. It's like, range junglers, doesn't matter if you flash, you'll still take 80% of your health and damage, because if Zed shadows aggressively once, Kindred comes in with red buff, like it's almost impossible to make it out of there. And I need to see if Nukeduck and MightyBear have that synergy already. Very newly formed squad here. MightyBear coming in with Police. Can they work together? Because it's paramount to get that, you know, chain down, then get Kindred to step in, and you can really win the matchup. Very snowballing matchup.
Overall, a lot more focus on the early game. Looks like 50 minutes was a little bit long, too long for both of these lineups, because they are looking to fight here in the early to mid game, and there's a lot of power on both sides. I think really bot lane is obviously insanely interesting, but mid lane has to be the focus, and where are Spirit and MightyBear going to put their focus? Can it even be anywhere else?
Yeah, do Fnatic really want to lane this though? It's still a rough matchup. Lucian, Kalista is pretty even usually, so you got to look at the supports to see how it kind of rounds out. And melee versus range is rough, especially if usually the way you win with Kalista Braum is that you can then get a stun on the AD carry, but now you have Lantern to reposition him, which allows him to use his dash aggressively as well, you know? So Lantern is technically something that could allow more aggression, despite being a very defensive spell. Also, Exhaust is really good against Kalista. Very predictable when she has to rend, also slow her down, less stacks.
Very reliable in the end, as well as the Trundle power pick. Not really contested as much earlier there in the bans, and you can see coaches shaking hands, walking off the stage. It's time for the teams to play this game, and it's time for you to hop on over to Twitter. If you think Fnatic are going to come out on top, hashtag FNC win. If you think Vitality can close this out 2-0, hashtag VIT win. We're not going to get a 50-minute game, ladies and gentlemen.
Says who?
That's true. What
the answer is like me. I predicted, and then you're like, God, you know? Come on, son. Have some confidence.
All right, me.
It was I.
It was I who predicted not a 50-minute game. Vitality versus Fnatic once again. They swap sides. They gear up for game 2. And we get ready for some cheeky bants while this pause goes down.
Nope, just pure raw game analysis. It's a nice water bottle.
Good setup for yourself there. What do you think his thought process was behind purchasing that particular water bottle?
I don't think he purchased it. So kaSing has some audio issues. Apparently that's also why there's a person next to kaSing talking to kaSing.
Oh, helping him potentially with the audio issues.
Yes, right. That is generally the flow of things here. Referee is now telling anybody else, this is what kaSing told me.
And the chain continues.
The chain continues. Goes all the way up to, you know...
President of Riot.
He's not sleeping right now. It's like, Brandon, get out of your bed. We have an audio issue on stage. It's like, fix it. Okay.
Approval. Hierarchy. These things are important.
Company structure. Of course, we're not like that within casters.
Yeah.
CFA, right? You join our team, everybody is equal.
Everyone is equal.
Some people are just a little more equal than others.
Yes. I've always loved your loose definition of equality, Grebo.
Oh. And his headset is gone. This is where we spoil everything to kaSing.
kaSing, how do you feel about Game of Thrones, buddy?
Oh, poor people in Twitch chat right now.
I love how it's like, yeah, it's good now. Pass it back to kaSing.
The magic guy put it on his head. It's like, okay, magic headset is back. Just needed a little bit of good luck rub.
The power is in your hands now, kaSing. Of course, both teams eager to get this started.
We have some R's in chat. That is obviously an abbreviated ready. So that means both teams are ready. So hopefully we can dive back into this thrilling game. Actually excited for this early game. A lot of action here. Some CC rather. There will be some CS as well. Surprise, surprise.
I would wonder what would be happening if there wasn't any CS. We could see the all-out level 1 fight.
I mean, there's been the opposite. There's been no fighting pure CS in the Froggen 1v1 versus Aftermoo at All Stars. Zillion versus Zillion.
Thrilling. Truly compelling for them, of course. Looking back into the game now.
Yeah.
We got excited once. We can get excited again for this one. Vitality versus Fnatic. It's game 2. No more pauses. No more breaks. Just a lot of aggressive picks and a lot of potential for violence here in this mid lane.
Look for YellowStar. He's really good at getting those, first boss procured. Sing. Ooh.
Oh,
so I'm talking about, baby.
Oh, flash over the wall. You can't let that concussive blow stack it up.
Changes the dynamic of the bot lane too, playing without a flash all of a sudden. Suddenly you can't go for aggressive push early because of level 2 gank. Does punish you. War on Grump, get some information, go back. We could also delve into the Krugs versus Grump science too, but I'll leave that for a different day.
Looks like the slow walk up to the top side of the map. I'm guessing a ward went down.
Yeah.
That's the thing. As hard as our job is, it's made so much easier by having a larger audience. Because every time a ward goes down, we will know.
We will know.
One
Temporary
less thing to worry
insanity fuels the crowd. So yeah, we're definitely seeing Fnatic looking for a swap here. That's why their bot lane's in the middle of the lane.
They're spotted out though. It looks like they
guessing. Oh, did they see them?
I think Vitality originally initiated the swamp Fnatic.
Okay, so nice looking match then. Interesting.
Yeah, they got sight on it.
Surprised actually that they want to do that. So they're confident in his ability.
They know kaSing doesn't have the flash.
kaSing's just gonna check though.
Flash forward, moving, getting aggressive. kaSing has no escape tools left. Flay, moving forward.
Run,
Exhaust
kaSing!
drops. Run for your life!
Just run to survive.
Police.
Heal him! Heal him, Police!
Police says no.
No!
I'm a man of the law. Stack's not going to move forward though. kaSing just going to walk
Out of
away.
stacks. Only one stun, of course. 2 flashes blown, a heal and an exhaust. So, in terms of resource investment, Vitality lead. Push goes now to Rekkles and YellowStar though. And this matchup is very push dependent. A lot of matchups in the bot lane are push dependent. When you are down a range advantage in your support and you still manage to push, you eliminate the need for it. Suddenly playing aggressive.
You can see Gamsu though playing very much on the back foot already.
So we need to kind of figure out why Fnatic wanted these standard lanes. Maybe they just didn't want Gamsu to fall behind at all, because I feel like putting Trundle in the dumpster, making it weaker for him to split push later on, must be a viable threat. Would have been maybe slightly the better option. Maybe they were worried with the lane swap speed. Again, really good speed here on the swap. Speedy swap.
Speedy swap.
That's a creep that went down. We didn't see it. The crowd went in for the collective moan, so that must have been a cannon. Thanks,
Crepo
crowd.
looks up to the crowd like, I got it.
It's like somebody nod in the crowd. Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks, guys.
Febiven clearing out what he can as LeBlanc just pushing in here. Nukeduck. Misstep in the Vladimir lane, but maybe a little bit more comfortable here, especially in the early levels. Junglers just clearing on their respective sides. No huge moments of action quite yet. Some fancy footwork from Nukeduck.
The blue suede shoes.
He's a dancing man.
Rivington would say. Gamsu. Let's see. This is one. Can he do it?
Important to even the CS up.
Ooh.
Forgot about the AoE, buddy. Oh, this is not. This is it.
I'll do it in American terms. That's
cut
a C
the camera.
minus.
Walk away.
Walk away from the lane. You have lost camera rights. Lead to farming. We're going back to the mid lane.
Things continue. The worst part is that all of these lanes look so slow, but at any moment, one of them can result in a kill. Instantly. One misstep, because every lane has so much aggressive power.
YellowStar and Rekkles looking to keep the wave at their tower just a little bit. Forcing obviously kaSing and Police to play up front. kaSing down a flash. So the whole premise of a double range lane is that you can bully, but when you're this far up in your lane, kaSing has to play back with a lantern. Otherwise, if you go too far, you can get circled by the jungler. So he can't really make use of that harass potential. That's why this lane very often now goes into LCS. Spirit has snuck in though. Could be a cheeky gank here if Gamsu gets the Oscar for Actor. Oh, that's a pillar.
To check. Nice call coming in from Cabo. MightyBear walking away too. No aggressive moves quite yet. Interestingly enough, MightyBear opting to get the Hunter's Potion. He just wants to farm. That's really good. Moving in. Lanes continue to remain even. We're really waiting for these level 6s.
Yeah, good minion wave management here from Fnatic overall. They block the 3 main range creeps at their tower. That means the range will stack up. Then it bounces back, so you have enough creeps in there. Hang on, Febiven.
Oh, flat forward. Nukeduck trying to turn this one around, hoping to even out the trade.
Ooh, that's bold.
Sidestep.
Nukeduck goes back in. He would have died if that hit, so.
Gets both summoners in the end, though, and Febiven isn't going to get any kind of greater advantage, but Spirit. Oh, the wall here. MightyBear. A lot of people around this mid lane.
That's big on level 6 though. Once Nukeduck comes back into the lane, all he has to do is call MightyBear, and he has 2 chains at his disposal. 1 for each shadow.
Definitely what they want. The swap lanes remain relatively even. Cabo, small CS lead. Gamsu not comfortable farming under that tower whatsoever. Rekkles, the good wave control you talked about earlier, netting him. Small advantage at this stage, but once again, waiting for level 6, waiting for these junglers to get their first items, really look to get aggressive.
Yeah, and he got it back in too, so Police and kaSing really want to push in his wave as quick as they can, get more items. That'll be the good part of the matchup though. Once he bases, he can pick up a lot of these components for this Ghost Blade. Back in the day, you would get BF Sword and have a really big trading window.
But now, I mean, you just
now it's a Ghost Blade, but it's a good thing about the Ghost Blade build is that you can back at any given time because you always build components, right? There's always something for you to pick up. Counter poke.
YellowStar hooked up.
Not going to be too much because Police still has the base, so, and then YellowStar will get his base off anyways.
Yeah. You can see Fnatic are very aware that they have the advantage right now, and they're pressing home. Maybe a little bit more.
Oh yeah, that sound of Braum Q is actually like correlating in my mind with a missed skill shot. I miss it so often. It's like, of course it didn't hit.
It's a hard life.
It's a tough life.
For the winner's fight. Not quite as easy to land. Once again, keeping our eyes on the jungler.
Ready for any action to emerge at any given time.
That's the thing.
Step away from the banter, and any moment, Gamsu right here could suddenly get a full mana bar out of nowhere. Still not killed.
Okay, let's lower our expectations a little bit here. I think the top lane, bottom lane action is going to be pretty
Listen here, this could be it. Default.
MightyBear.
MightyBear. Looking for a roam.
Wants to get something. Maybe a stack. Maybe an Infernal Drake.
Gently increase the pauses between new words. Adding excitement.
Really slow things down.
The play-by-play caster kid. It's like, what do I do if the game's slow and I have nothing to talk about?
Just stalk slower.
Speak slower. Maximize word utility.
Nukeduck.
We see Spirit here out farming at MightyBear though, and that is something that is innate to the matchup, but not to this extent. So we can definitely see that Spirit was taking away some camps while MightyBear was holding mid, for example. Now stole away the red buff too. And yeah, he's kind of outpacing MightyBear in the jungle. MightyBear was working so hard to punish that flash being down from Febiven, but it drew him out of the jungle, and Spirit's playing his favorite style, which is 1v1 versus enemy jungle. Right now, YellowStar's being the bait here.
Well, Spirit coming in, has the red buff, just burning down. Health bar's dropping. Hunt marked. He's looking to block, but has to be careful himself. Colin comes out to try to dissuade anything else, but more members of Vitality are on the way.
Rekkles knew that gank probably wasn't going to result in a kill, so he opted for the CS.
So many members poised and ready to go in, but nothing going to come of it quite yet. No one ready to commit, overcommit, too scared of losing the advantage. We've talked about this. One kill, someone getting a small lead can change everything.
And both DPs are down too, and that is important too, because you will see the amount of action in the 2v2 is directly proportionate to teleport cooldown being up or down. Because you don't want to be that guy that goes in for the best trade of your life with a flash predict and then get TP'd on behind and you feed. It's actually one of the main reasons why we see bot lanes just going even so often. Very rarely getting solo kills, because if you want to win a 2v2 matchup, you very often have to flash aggressively. You will expose yourself, but you will win the back end of that trade. But you can't do that versus teleport, because it takes you too long to kill the enemy, and you're just exposed.
The bot lane may not be quite so aggressive when you hear those teleports. The bottom lane, with the top laners in it, of course, looking incredibly aggressive as Trundle just winning out all of these trades, and the CS lead continuing to grow in the favor of Cabochard. And I feel like this is going to put some pressure down on the Fnatic. They're going to have to find a way to deal with this Trundle.
At the same time, though, we see the gold lead is on the side of Fnatic by a sizable amount. So despite Cabo being up, that means the remaining lineup is down overall for Vitality. And the largest part of that is in the jungle.
MightyBear really struggling here. Nearly 400 gold down just based on farm alone. 2 stacks of mark at the Kindred. Not terrible at this stage of the game, but not going to balance out that gold difference. You can see Nidalee already completing the runic echoes. Kindred still lagging behind on the Blood Razor. Good news is that the value of the Blood Razor is immediate. You don't have to wait for the Devourer stacks. A little bit weaker in the early game, though, as well. Spirit's just continuing to take the jungle. That's coming out. Here comes the all-in from Febiven in the mid lane. We hop away for just a second. Makes it that much better. Flash forward, snap back. Walking his way out of that one. Good avoidance there by Nukeduck. Has to burn the flash, though.
Yeah, so you don't want to get hit by all those shurikens again. Summoner's down. Nukeduck keeps his ignite. I like what Spirit's doing here. Making his presence known, and that's going to be a tower from Fnatic. And this kind of, it's really the ripple effect of the nature of this jungle matchup, and then obviously Spirit outpacing him. But I think this also might be a fine trade to take here. One tower for an Infernal. If Fnatic can't use that gold advantage in the short term to snowball, Vitality may be okay with taking this trade.
Don't have to be decent. Oh, Spirit! We'll get a look at that in just a minute, but what a 1v1 we have to be sure. Confidence in that Nidalee play to go mid lane.
Yeah, so what likely happened is Nukeduck saw Febiven back, wanted to push out the wave, used his dashes aggressively, likely to get the wave, and then got punished by just a jungler happening to be around.
MightyBear now trying to take a post in this mid lane. Febby, of course, no ult and no summoners.
Yeah, but just the damage in this turret. This is definitely making the entire trade worth it for Fnatic. As this tower falls, we're looking at a very large relative gold lead for Fnatic this early in the game.
8% scaling AD and AP, not enough to balance this out.
Yeah.
Make enough of a difference. MightyBear being aggressive. Cooldown's not up for Febiven just yet. Not going to get the auto off there after that dancing arrow, so no third proc on the mounting dread. Febiven just continuing to push out, but Nukeduck is returning to the lane. Making his presence known.
Yeah.
Trundle's over the wall as well.
Oh, that's a good pillar. Cabochard is here all of a sudden.
Deathmark not on cooldown. Suddenly, Cabo out of nowhere. Little slugger Trundle.
Yeah, well hidden by the observers too.
Yeah.
You would expect we would watch the minimap. We're so tunneled in on the action. So was Febiven.
Now Vitality trying to get a greater advantage here. They may be down just a little bit in gold, but this tower would even things up. Doing the best to protect. Spirit ready to run forward. YellowStar from the side. Nukeduck. No, Spirit is the biggest damage threat here.
Yeah, quite peculiar that Spirit didn't go for, Gamsu didn't go for the ulti there. Could have knocked somebody into the tower, likely burned the summoner. Especially with the additional support coming in from YellowStar on the flank. I feel like there was more in that play for Fnatic. Let's watch this.
Oh, yep.
Alright, so my entire theory is wrong. Nukeduck was just basing it for, yeah. That's just greedy.
Yep.
Yep.
Caught shopping.
Caught shopping.
Never where you want to be, and unfortunately max range Nidalee spears do hurt. So, blue suede shoes, as we would say. Try to dodge that one out, but just
He was shopping for the shoes.
Shopping for the shoes. Couldn't find them. Finally gets them. Too little too late here. Fnatic taking down another tower. The tempo definitely in their favor. The gold following as well as they move up to 2K.
I mean, this is a pretty large gold lead for the time of the game.
We saw 2K gold leads at 40 minutes in our previous game. The 2K gold lead at 13. A little bit bigger difference.
Yeah, look at Spears just kind of nibbling away at the enemy jungle resources. Taking them all for himself. That's another spear. You can tell because Police's health bar is now half.
You can tell Nidalee's ahead because Police's health bar is now half, of course.
Power of deduction.
Crushing it, man. Moving forward, Nukeduck not feeling nearly as comfortable.
When is Febiven going to move to this side lane as well? Zed that's comfortable in the game usually ends up in the side lane. Rekkles has cleared top lane, went bot lane, got that tower. Not yet is the mark for Fnatic, so just want him to get a little bit stronger here before they send him off.
Maybe hoping to finish up the Maw there before moving off to the side. Essentially, the Youmu's does have to deal with the Trundle if he wants to go to the side lane. Could be tough. Trundle, of course, though, itemizing the MR. Zed as well, so neither one particularly well itemized against the other.
Yeah, MightyBear is not pathing that efficiently, very falling behind, very much so in farm. So Febiven, the early pressure he had has had a large mark on this game. He forced MightyBear to go mid, loses jungle, Spirit outpaced him, stole his red buff. Now he's doing blue buff. I think he's just going to take that for himself. I think he needs to.
I mean, continuing to move forward as well. Rod of Ages pieces coming in from Spirit, not even rushing to the Rylai's, as we so often see, so far ahead that he's comfortable.
Yeah, he's holding it right now, so wasting so much time. Look at what Spirit's doing right now. Just like entire enemy jungle's clear. MightyBear is this correct spawning now, but they're so far away in the map, so It's rough right now, getting contested for vision. YellowStar's moving in. That's a bit deep though, YellowStar. Fate's Call is luckily available for him.
Toss him out, toss him right back in. Fox stopping the advance there. YellowStar slowed up for just a bit. LeBlanc ready to come over the wall. Zed responding as well.
Yeah. That Fate's Call pick is really, really good for Fnatic because YellowStar has shown this tendency to go ham. We don't know it if he's calculating in the fact that he has Fate's Call.
Or if he's just going in.
Or he's just going out and then discovering it mid, you know, mid-issue. It's like, I guess, yeah.
I have reevaluated the situation. I would now like to leave.
I would like to withdraw. Beam me up, Scotty.
Moving back, though, of course, Vitality still making moves to stay ahead in this game. Split push threat coming in from Cabo, continuing to grow as he finishes up that Ravenous Hydra. No boots necessary. He's just playing some PvE at the moment.
Are you equating Gamsu as a minion? It's a little harsh.
Wow. Way to spin it that way, thank you.
I can't believe you said that, Sigma.
Crepo, PR master.
Yeah, clearly.
Been considered running for office. Moving in, I mean, of course, game still relatively even. Fnatic maintaining their lead, looking to extend it to 3K as we push forward because Spirit continues to dominate the jungle. Rod of Age is well on the way. With Vitality, they're hungry for blood.
Yeah, Police, Sword Collection. Yomus, 3 longswords. He's packing a lot of heat right now.
Moving in.
200 raw AD as well. See the predict from kaSing?
Make his way out of here. Nice barrel to get them off of him, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Gamsu, the slow burn as Vitality grab another one, but Fnatic, they're hungry for the mid lane. They've got so much power here.
Alright, can they block the calling here? Calling's available. YellowStar moved away.
It's like
they still have enough minions.
They're still going to come ahead in the end. I feel like this is exactly what we saw from Origin in the Seven Unicorns of Love earlier today, trying to make proactive moves, but not being aware of what the potential cost could be. Spirit, though.
Forced off.
Certainly a lot of map movement. Spirit tracking down the enemies. The rest of Fnatic descending upon Vitality slowly but surely. Maybe looking to find the fight here. Nukeduck hovering as well. It's a race to make it into this fight. Vitality ready to stand their ground. They have the Lamb's Respite. They need to stay grouped. Nukeduck on the way, Police on the way, but Fnatic are going to get here sooner. Febiven not jumping in, throws him in. Beam me up, Scotty. YellowStar making his way on the front line. Cabo moving forward. kaSing, he's going to drop. Moving in, and Spirit and the rest of the team taking control. Cabo next on the list. Nukeduck looking for the flank. I don't think he has enough damage to kill Spirit. It's not going to be there. Fnatic taking control.
Yeah, I really like the way Fnatic played out that fight. YellowStar, really good overview. Gets connection on one. Doesn't go for the kind of the panic stun lock on MightyBear. Like, I have to make this move right now. MightyBear ended up not ulting though. But then he tags Cabochard on the way out, slows him down enough for Gamsu to keep him busy, and then they manage to run him down. So this is Vitality getting kind of out-rotated.
And now very much in a deficit. 5K gold lead over to Fnatic. Dragon live for them to take if they want it, and the team owns the top side of the map. Spirit already owned this jungle. Now he's got the vision there to back him up as well, and Fnatic can take just about any fight they want.
Spirit's like, your jungle? My jungle.
My theory is that Spirit is colorblind and just always goes wherever he wants to go in the jungle and just assumes that it's always his.
Yeah. So, yeah, fantastic theory. I don't have any proof to denounce it, therefore it must be true.
Ah, yes. Wondrous, isn't it? Moving in, though, Fnatic more than happy to have this Mountain Drake. They've already been burning through towers fast enough. And let's take a look at that play one more time.
Yeah, they're not committing until guys seeing. Look, there's this Q here, and then the flash ulti from YellowStar. Kind of wondering why MightyBear didn't pop his ulti. Probably just got more damage than he expected and was really trying to make the play as efficient as possible. Nukeduck is dead. That was indeed his corpse. You can also tell that he's dead because there's a red number ticking down on the right side.
His portrait is slightly darker than it normally is as well. Yeah. Do you write the tips that people see during the loading screen, by the way?
Some of them are slightly outdated. No, I do not, actually. I just cast.
How we expected more from him. Gamsu trying to get aggressive, but maybe bite off just a bit more than he can chew here in these exchanges. Trundle no stranger to that. Oh, quick blue buff pickup. Looks like it went over to Spirit in the end.
Yeah.
Vitality
Febiven's still in mid lane though.
Yeah. Vitality really just struggling to hold on to anything. It's a slow choke out as Fnatic just continue to take advantages. They own the jungle.
Yeah, it's when you play two similar comps that are kind of pointed at the early game. In the snowball, whoever gets the lead obviously has a lot easier game to play. Teams have gotten so good at closing out these early game advantages too, just taking away enemy resources, not tunneling on kills unless they result in a kind of tied-in objectives. Go for kill plus tower. The biggest man here for Vitality is Cabochard on that side lane. Maybe that's why Febiven is still playing the mid lane. Trying to fight Rekkles for farm though, because as this game progresses, nobody really wants to be the guy on the side lane against LeBlanc, especially not a Kalista without her support. And without your support in the mid lane, it's hard to take full control of the map. So we'd like to see Febiven change lanes over to a side lane soon.
Does have the 2 items as well as the boost of swiftness. A very solid option to go in, but we're going to take a look at that 1v1. Oh, 2v1. Moves in, moves out, throws down some abilities. That was
dirty.
super clean. Febiven, there's a reason why we get excited every time Febiven takes that.
Yeah, that was actually out of nowhere. It's like Nukeduck really has to be scared this game. Right now getting collapsed on 2.
Oh, spear lands. That could be the death sentence they're looking for. Instant pop here. Febiven on a killing spree. Fnatic.
No room for Nukeduck in this game. Constantly getting challenged. Every move he makes, every mini wave he tries to get. Now more for Febiven.
Locked up. No death mark available quite yet. Is trying to run in. Runs back into the Lamb's Respite. Great play. It's going to pop. He's going to spin. Members are going to go down. Spirit grabs one. Febiven grabs the other. That's the rampage for the man in the mid.
Yeah, and it started with just a 2,000 gold lead at 30 minutes of the game and spiraling out of control right now. Fnatic up 8,000 gold already and not looking to stop. They want more.
Crushing, moving forward. They've got the Fed Nidalee. They've got Kalista to make sure that they can take this one safety. Everything going in the favor of Fnatic. This Baron, just a product of the massive lead that they've accrued.
Yeah, definitely. So Fnatic will definitely, they're going to win this game. We almost have to call it out with this. So we need to judge them on execution right now.
Yeah.
See how well all the closing machine is for Fnatic. They have all the tools they need. Vitality drafting a similar composition in the sense that their wave clear is very lacking. Nukeduck was out of options. All gap closers used. The mistakes already made. The fact that you were in a position overextended and you have no cross maps. Like, it's fine to be this far out with a LeBlanc. The problem is, if you play these compositions, usually you have something to punish your team for trying to hunt you down with 4 or 5 members, and you can buy so much time. But there was nothing. Vitality was too far back on the map, so Nukeduck was just simply overextending.
Cannot afford to make those mistakes when you're already behind. You're talking about he just doesn't have space to play on the map, and Fnatic, they're not just looking for kills. Every time they get the opportunity, they go in. Febiven, pop, pop. Can't say it better myself. Just gets the fadeaway kill there. Almost disrespectful, the confidence he has. But that one's going to work out, and now they've taken down the MightyBear. They're moving down to bottom lane.
The MightyBear.
The MightyBear.
The Rekkles and the YellowStar.
The spirit of Fnatic. Moving forward, though, Vitality, I mean, this is just...
This is slaughter.
Yeah.
Out of all things considered, though, tying against the Fnatic as Vitality has to be, I think, a result they would sign for starting the week.
And we have to remember that they still have so many new pieces, whereas YellowStar, yeah, technically, he spent some time away from the roster, and maybe they have to get back into the swing of things. But this is the team that should feel pretty comfortable playing together.
Yeah, they're playing at least from the same set of puzzle pieces. Like, oh yeah, this piece, we've used this before, we can put it back in there.
Yeah.
It's like, for Vitality,
they're a kid with a
knife. They've got like...
Cutting them into shape.
Cutting them into shape, but they're playing with 3 boxes, you know? When you mix your puzzles.
Yeah. We'll figure out which puzzle they finish to move through the season, but right now, things not quite perfect, although an impressive Game 1 performance. Fnatic absolutely dominating here in Game 2.
Who's going down next here?
Oh, Spirit. Febiven picks a target, he points, he clicks, he throws some shots, but it's not going to be enough. Good movement.
Goes in.
Moving forward, YellowStar, they're going to find the stun. 2 go down. It's the trade back and forth. The Police dropping as well. Nukeduck jumps back in. What goes down? That's a disaster. Fnatic, they're going to even up the set 1-1 in what we can safely say is the most one-sided victory we have seen this season. Absolutely an insane performance and one that Fnatic can be proud of. Closing out the week with 4 points. The 2-0 yesterday, 1-1 today.